平安欢迎回到福摩沙学院。过来，Tobie伊要甲咱介绍，伊今仔有早来3种卡棒。第一种是伊逐工出门拢会扎的，亲像查某人咧赶背包共款，这叫做 EDC bag， 这叫做逐工拢会赶的包包。第二种较大卡，搁较重，这是讲伊拄则有提起着，要扎去避难所。会当伫遐生存上无有几力工，会袂歹的一个卡棒。第三种是关于医疗甲急救要所用的卡棒，叫做急救包。所以咱较咱会接下来会来介绍这3项卡棒。来 ，Tobie, could you show off your items? Like, I mean, from your body, that you wear something special that Taiwanese will not carry on the street.
Well, you'd be surprised because when you know what to look for. But yeah, so basically any kind of preparedness and what do you have with you works in layers, right? Yeah. We already talked about layers.
Yeah.
So the equipment and the things you have with you is also a question of layers. So the first thing is, what do you have on your body at any time, right? When I get out of my house in the morning, what I carry is, you can see I'm wearing just normal clothes, but firstly, I have a watch. That is good and strong. It doesn't need batteries. It's going to always be reliable to tell me the time, all right? And it glows in the dark, so.
Okay.
Second, most important thing is I carry what we call a multi-tool, right? Yeah, this is made by a company called Leatherman. They're very famous. And so this can be pliers. It can be screwdrivers in different shapes.
Okay.
And then, of course, it's also a knife.
A knife.
And so, yeah. So this is not too long. It's on about 3 inches. And coming from South Africa, I'm very used to carrying a pocket knife. That's what we always do. And I use this all the time, opening things, cutting something, whatever. It really is a very useful tool to always have on you. This one is particularly good because it's very light. It's not too heavy on your belt.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to get out. You can open it with one hand, close it with one hand. And
you can put this small item into your bag.
Yes.
But just occupy a very small space.
That's right, yeah.
You don't have to put it on your bag like...
No, you don't have to. No. Thank you. But the point is, however, if I am lost, if I don't have my bag, my bag falls down, something, the bus drives over it or whatever, what are the things I have on me? So what you have on your body is really important to think about, you know. So for me, this means this is always on my body. My phone is always on my body. My phone is not in my bag because I can forget it, I can lose it, it can get damaged or whatever. So my phone is always on me, all right? A good strong belt is important. This is a shout out to Meilu, Diane, a weaver who makes belts and weaving and everything in Ulai. Thank you.
It's a really cool belt.
Yeah.
This is for Ulai. Diane stripe.
Right. I always have some cash. Okay, this is $100. But the thing is, if you get stuck somewhere, you can go to a taxi and say, how far can I go with this? You know, can you take me home? You know,
the cash is important.
Yeah, and we'll get to that. You know,
many people now we don't use cash every day. We use
bug out. Cash is really, really important for any kind of situation.
And coin? How about coin?
Coins, not so much because we don't have too many like phones anymore. But if you want to talk about that, I can quickly mention government phone boxes, right? That system is actually designed to work around any kind of break in the system. So if there's an earthquake and the lines are broken, that system will still work.
Okay.
So it is actually worthwhile to remember some of your important people's home phone number, if they still have it. I don't have. But you can call them from a telephone booth, from a phone box.
Yeah.
It is still one of the most reliable ways of communication. But anyway, okay, I have lip eyes. My lips get dry very easily. So again, comfort items, right? It's very important, just so that you know you're not going to sit there. You're going to be scared. You're going to be worried, and your lips are going to hurt. You know, so you do what you can.
You have something to comfort yourself.
Yes.
Make yourself calm down.
Calm down and be able to say, okay, what am I going to do? All right, I already have 2-3 plans in my head. Okay, this number 1 is not going to work. Number 2, okay, right, let's do this thing. You know? A lighter, always important to be able to make a fire, keep yourself warm, whatever. And also, you should have the kind that is windproof, right? The usual sort of big lighter is no good. This will actually burn even when the wind is blowing.
So even you are not a smoker, you have to bring a lighter.
Yeah, have a lighter with you, absolutely.
Okay.
So yeah, and then good shoes, you know.
What do you mean by good shoes?
Something that you can, is not too slippery and that is comfortable, not too heavy, that will get you home. So, you know, in the Japan earthquake, right?
Yes.
That 2004, 2005, I had some colleagues in Japan. And they had to walk home because there was no public transportation, no cars going, no taxis, no nothing. Some of them had to walk for 5 hours in Tokyo to get to their home.
That's tough.
And especially the women were wearing like high heel shoes or something. They were in a bad way, you know. So for this reason, I also advise to keep something in your office. We call that a get home safe bag, THSB.
Yes.
Get home safe bag. And in there you should have comfortable shoes, especially if you're a woman and you don't usually wear them, some water to drink, something warm because it's very cold that time, a warm jacket, something like that, that will get you home safe.
Yeah, that sounds necessary.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
must store something in your office.
Yes.
But today we are going to talk about everyday carry bag.
All right. So what I have on me is my EDC knife
bag
and stuff. EDC being everyday carry. Oh, and of course also my car keys are also on my person, right? So that I don't lose them and there's a crisis and I'm looking for my keys. I know they're always on me. Okay. Then we have, my EDC bag. So this is the bag I carry every day when I go to work, right? I can put my laptop in there if I need it on that particular day. I always have my wallet in here.
Okay.
All right. And in
What
the wallet,
is in your wallet?
always cash. Right? My credit cards, obviously my ID, and name cards, things like that. Oh, and then also, what I have in my wallet is, this is a USB card that flips out, and it's a USB card, and that has my personal information on it. So a copy of my ARC, my passport, my bank account information, and my family, photos like of my family and my loved ones, so that if I get lost, they can see who I am, or if they get lost, I can take this to anybody and say, this is a photo, I'm looking for these people.
So this is the important document and photos of you.
Yes.
And you put it in a digital format.
In a digital format, and not just online. It's good to have that material in the cloud, but this, even if someone just has a laptop, no internet, they can open it, I can show them what that looks like. All right. Then on this little side pocket here, I have some SD cards for my camera, and I have a spare lighter.
Lighter.
In this business, we say 2 is 1 and 1 is none.
Okay.
All right, you have to have backups.
Okay.
So I have this lighter, but I always have a backup lighter.
Especially when you want to smoke, right?
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Another USB device for information. I personally, my stomach is often uncomfortable. Right? So I have medicine for that I always keep with me. So anybody who has any kind of medical condition that you need regular medication for, you got to make sure you have that, and you have spare of that, so that you can extend the time that you go without that medication.
So you have to decide by yourself what kind of medicine you want to put in with you.
That's your choice. Then this is just a little thing. It's actually, you can see it's a magnifying glass. Okay. All right.
What is that used for?
So it's very flat and very compact, but I cannot see very well without my glasses. So if I break my glasses or I lose them, then I really can't even read my phone.
Oh, that is horrible.
Right. So, like, if I wanted to see the text there, I can't. But if I use this magnifying glass, then it can help me to read.
Okay.
And not that you'll need it in Taiwan really or likely, but you can actually make a fire with this.
Yeah.
If you focus the sun rays, if you use that sharp light, you can focus it and it's hot enough to make a fire.
You know, I'm not wearing glasses, but most of Taiwanese are wearing glasses.
Yes.
So this can be important and useful, can be a life-saving items when in a disaster or even in a war.
Right. Yeah, and it's so flat and compact, you can keep that in your wallet as well. So it's just one of those things where, you know, you look around on Amazon, right, or Shopee or whatever, you say, oh, that looks cool. Yeah, let me get one. And then you go, wow, that is really useful. That is, you know. Okay, then here I have a basic little first aid kit, right? This is not a serious first aid kit. This is what we call a boo-boo kit. Boo-boo means, oh, you scratched your hand or boo-boo, right?
So the kids can angry.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just also some stomach medicine and some Band-Aid and some pain medicine for headache, something for insect bites.
Okay.
You know, so
this is important in Taiwan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There are mosquitoes everywhere.
Everywhere.
They will bite you hardy.
That's right. Then, so sunglasses, something to write with. Always have a pen or a pencil, you know. And for a battery for the phone, a spare to keep your phone going, right? In an emergency, we don't know if the cell phone service will continue. Sometimes it breaks down, but sometimes they manage to keep parts of it going. Like in Ukraine, we saw that there was break in cell phone, but it did continue.
Yes.
After 9/21 earthquake, there was no cell phone for at least 2 days. You know.
Yeah.
So, but the main thing is you need to be able to keep your phone going. And also, like in an earthquake, this bag is always next to my bed, right? So if there's an earthquake and I'm trapped in my house, I know I can keep my phone going for some time at least.
And you can call someone to come to a rescue.
Send a message, because a text message is easier to get through than a phone call, right? So you send a text message saying, I'm here, this is my location, I've injured my arm, blah, blah, blah. Give you information that then can go out. Because, you know, in that Tainan building that fell over, what I saw there was they will come to get you. I was very impressed with the emergency services guys there. They were super well trained. They were very good at what they were doing, and they did not stop until they found everybody. But so if you can let somebody know you are alive, they will come to get you, you know.
Are you there as a journalist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was covering that. I spent 3 days there.
Wow.
On the site, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was very, very special. Okay, then, yes, mosquito spray, right?
Good.
And sunscreen, all right? Because if you get stuck outside in the sun in the summertime and you don't have something to cover yourself with, you can I burn very red anyway, and that can be very uncomfortable.
Someone in Taiwan is burning.
Absolutely. So I always have my sunscreen on me, all right? Then, very important is to have a good flashlight. Okay? So this is a very compact, but can be very bright. Right, sorry. Sorry about that. Yeah. Flashlight. And it uses a charger like this. And
what kind of battery?
It has an internal battery, so you just charge by USB.
Okay.
So I can also cover it from here. I can charge it on that as well.
Oh, this is the system.
System. Absolutely. Everything needs to work together, right?
So can it be kind of attached to your head?
Yes, so you have that clip there, so you can attach it to a hat like this. In my bug-out bag, I actually have a headband that works with this kind of thing. But also even just putting it around your neck like this is fine. You know, it's very simple, and it will light wherever you're going or whatever's going on. And then in here, this also has a whistle. Cover your ears. Oh, this was not so loud, but anyway. There we go. So again, if you are stuck somewhere or you're trapped in a building with an earthquake or something, being able to signal, saying, I'm here, I'm alive, come and get me, is important. You know? So
especially in a collapsed building.
Yes.
But also in kind of rural area or in mountains.
Yes, but in that time during the building that fell over, there were people tapping on the walls or on metal pipes and so on. And so every few hours of digging, they will call out with a megaphone, silence, silence, and everybody goes quiet. And everybody's listening. And then you
okay, there's a Morse code.
Well, people don't know Morse code, right? But at least if you tap on a like even a window frame, or especially pipes, because pipes go through the whole building, right?
Okay.
So if you tap on a pipe, ting, 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 people can hear that very far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is useful knowledge.
Okay. All right.
You have one more lighter.
I have too many lighters, because today I have 3 lighters and tomorrow suddenly they're all gone. So I always have extra lighters.
Because you are a serious smoker.
Okay, and more SD cards things. Okay. Then spare glasses, right? So if my glasses are damaged or broken, I have spare ones, because I also need different glasses for driving and for reading. So, you have to take into account your own shortcomings and prepare for that. All right, and then most importantly here, I guess.
You're putting in your book.
Yeah, so I'm working on actually putting together a book or a booklet about this, but this is my personal one. And
can you show your booklet in front of the camera?
Yeah, so that's
that one.
Sort of the cover kind of thing. It's been bug in, bug out, or bugger off, a personal disaster plan. And so I have a lot of stuff in here about that are like lists of things, checklists, and so on, radio communications, bug out locations, that kind of thing. But most importantly, on the front and the back, I have quick checklists, right? And it's really a good idea to write something down so that when things start going wrong, you can grab the list and like say, okay, take cover, make sure the door is open. Okay, grab. I've got phone, shoes, pants, jacket, glasses. Okay, good. My backpack, I've got the wallet, got my multi-tool, I've got my lighter, the house keys, right? My keys are always here. The flashlight, medicine kit, umbrella, all right? And the phone thing. Yes, we're good. Let's go. We can run, right?
Okay.
And we know we got the most important things. Because often when there's a disaster and things are going wrong, people go, what must I take? What must I take? Oh my God. And then they take really stupid things, Oh, I got to take the pen, And so if you have that checklist on your refrigerator or in your EDC bag, then you just go, chick, 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 right, we're good, let's go,
Okay. Well, like a special force.
You're right, but that's go, go. All right, so that's if you have to go instantly. Then if you have to go quickly, let's think about, all right, you have 10 minutes to get out. So like let's say it's an earthquake, your building is damaged, but it's not falling over, but you feel you should leave, right? So then you grab all of this, everything that's on that list. Then you can also add like a medical bag, your bug out bag, and communication stuff. We'll talk about communications, right? And then can you use your car? Is the car safe? Is it okay? Or did it got things falling on it or whatever? If the car is available, grab these things, throw it into the car, because now you have a mobile thing that gets you somewhere and that is shelter, right? The car is shelter all by itself. So if you have a vehicle, that is really the best way to as a bug out device kind of thing. And then on the back here is, okay, we've got about an hour to get away. Let's say there's an attack coming or something. Again, then you would start thinking about taking your laptop, taking extra water, food, things like that. Or if you have several days, then you can think about a staged exit. So you take some things to your bug out location, you come back, you get some more things, talk to people, arrange. And always your plan has to include the people that you're going to take with you. So my children, my partner, that kind of thing.
I see it. It's a very rich document. How many years you spent?
At least in the last document? 3 years of actually putting it together like this. But like I say, the concepts and ideas have been percolating in my head for a very long time.
Wow. You know? Wow. Well, so you have put this document, this booklet in the
so it's just back. This is a little big. I actually have a copy that I printed half size, so that it's not so bulky, but I just brought this to show, so people kind of get some idea of and like I say, the kind of information I have in here is plan, because it's about planning. It's like, do you have a plan? Make a plan now, you know, have some kind of plan.
True.
Your plan might not always work out, but at least start with a plan. You know,
you must have plan B, plan C.
So if you have to leave, these are the things you need to do. So we talk about shutting off the gas in your house if you leave, so that you don't get burned down your house, you know. Preparing for pets. Talking about pets, I can just always mention, sometimes people will run back into a house that's on fire because they want to rescue their cat, or because the house is falling down. And often those people will die. And the fact is that a cat, especially, can survive in a box in a shape this size, right? But a human cannot. So the advice is, leave your pets. Let them figure it out when they're probably freaked out. If your doggy comes to you, sure. But if he runs away, get out yourself. Save yourself first. You can find your dog and or your cat later.
But you know, many Taiwanese see their cats, their dogs as their kids.
Right.
Or even their masters.
Right. So no, look, I know that is a choice that
they learn a lot.
Of course, everybody has to make that choice. But honestly, I would say your cat, especially cats, are much better at survival than you are. So let it do its thing. You get yourself out, your cat will show up. We'll hope.
Everyone should think about this in advance. Not to make a decision in a really difficult.
No, absolutely. And then also, if you decide to leave, then you have pets, then you have to think about a carrier for your pet, food for the pet, water for the pet, that kind of thing. We know that in Ukraine, for instance, a lot of abandoned animals ended up on the streets, right? Because people just had to leave, and they had to leave the dog just behind, you know. But as we know, very quickly, within a few days, there were international organizations driving around Ukraine, picking up those animals and taking care of them. So, so they will be taken care of in some way or somehow. You know?
So the priority is make yourself safe.
Exactly.
And your dog and cat can survive better than you.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, then what I also have is cables for charging all my devices, including even, I don't have any Apple device, but I have an Apple charger in case I'm with somebody who has an Apple, they can charge, all right?
Okay.
Then...
What is that?
Oh, this is... Actually, this is a little bit of a toy. It's a signal,
fancy toy.
It's a signal mirror, and also a whistle. But this is something we used to use in the military as well. If you want to signal an airplane, when you look through it, you can point it at the airplane and then move it like that, and it will shine the sun. To the airplane. So it's
not necessary.
No situation. No.
It's
very unlikely.
A fancy item you like.
It's just a toy that I have at the moment. Yes. Look, these are all my toys. Okay, I like to play with these things. It's my hobby.
Because if like you are making a movie.
There you go. So I always have something to eat. You know, of course, you have to recycle that as well, but I always have something to bite, just in case.
What is that?
These are the granola bars. So it's just some nuts and so on that is quite filling, and it's healthy for you, you know.
Is that delicious?
Not really.
Not really. But eatable.
There's something to eat, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Mask, you know, we still have to wear masks. And, charger, part of the charging system. So a nice, small, compact wall plug. cable.
But you have a lot of small items.
Yeah. These are all small and lightweight items, Again, some medicine. Oh, and this is just tape, gaffer tape or duct tape, as we call it. But you can buy them in these small little reels. So it's very compact, but it's just if you need to tape something down, or even in emergency, you can use it for a wound.
Okay.
To close something down. Your tape. Okay. That's it. So that's the EDC bag. These are the things that are always in there. And then every day, just like a woman has her handbag and she decides which makeup to put in today or whatever, I will change my what according to my daily needs. But these things that I showed now will always be in there.
So it seems most of items in EDC bag are very easy. You can obtain in everyday life.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But it's just having them all so that you don't go, damn, I don't have a cable for my phone to charge it. What am I going to do? Or damn, it's hot. Oh yeah, I've got something. I'm cool. We're good. All right.
Then you can share with some people.
Yes. And that's of course another thing is like most of these things look like it's sort of just focused on just me, I want to survive. But no, a lot of it is also, I know that if you want to be successful and survive, you need to be a community.
Yes.
And so if I meet you and the sun is really beating the hell out of you, I was like, hey, here, I have some sunscreen for you.
Then you form a new community.
Exactly,
Yeah.
We saw in Ukraine as well. So people sometimes were forced to go down into the subway stations for shelter, right? Which will probably happen here too. And so then, so some people brought their guitar and they would sing songs and get ready to sing together and everybody feels better. Somebody would bring a book and read to the little kids, keep the kids busy, So we come together and together we can survive.
I think you just mentioned a very important idea. That is we are trying to advocate that you have a better chance to survive if you can become a member of community.
Absolutely.
Not just yourself. You are an autonomized individual in a big city.
Right.
Then you will be very difficult in that kind of situation. You must become a member of community.
Of a community. Absolutely. No, because in a community you share resources, you share skills, you share opportunities, and in that way you move forward. Back in the old days of the American West, and even in South Africa, where we also had groups of people who traveled north with the old days with ox wagons, right? The saying there was always, if you want to go fast, go alone.
Yeah.
But if you want to go far, go together.
Yeah, true.
If you as a group want to reach a far goal, you have to go together. And even when in the days when I did a lot of mountain climbing and hiking, also, if the group stays together, you survive together. If somebody says, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, I'm going to go this way now, they die.
So I have to add, if you want to be safer in a war, then you become a member of community.
Together. Absolutely.
Together.
Right.
So
I agree. Yes.
Very good. And let's move to the second band, that is a background band.
Okay.
Let's go.
父母三合院，自救救人，保健安眠。